distance is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Penn State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators, defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field. He'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
That's caught. It's Martin. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Martin. It's a running room. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the third and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. so it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Washington Huskies offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Martin. At the 45 on his way. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Finds a little space.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go right back to him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to FIU. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finding open areas. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's St. Clair. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they'd better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. With jet sweep pass. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Right down the boulevard.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for room, it's Marshall. At the 20, he's got space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gets the back moving.
Start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. This quarterback part of their running game. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Power football with the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Backs looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 11 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington right back to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got his man across the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at second and 11. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's complete to the right. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. Pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Coming out with it, it's Ivy. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They're going to run it. Makes him talk to the hand. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He leaves it with his back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the catch. It's Harris. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll give it to him again. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Takes the handoff. It's Hayes. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab outside. It's Green. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Washington sends out the punt team. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the 1st down and more. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Creates a little room.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Grab near the marker. It's strong. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the ground, it's Martin. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Houston. He'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The short hands, it's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big.
Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Got his man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown.
And he added the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Strong. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first...
Turning it on. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20.
4-2 Spider.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun. Give on the inside. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Going to swing it on second down. Fires left. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
A lot of quarterbacks quarterbacks have so much confidence they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Gets it out fast. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football...
It's picked off, and another empty drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Snow. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. With the run on 1st and goal. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. West Virginia is just getting torched right now, and Mountain Mama, I didn't see that coming. It's one game, look, I know that, but this one has to hurt. They're trailing by 14 to Houston. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipate.
Fakes a grab at the 25, and there's room. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. And they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his man, it's Saunders. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.